Hi everyone, welcome to School of Scarlet. I'm so happy to be here with you today. So today I have something to show you. I was out there picking figs on my fig tree, and so I have a whole bag of figs here, but I want to show you a fig. So these figs are so yummy. I'm going to make candied figs on my other channel, Scarlet's Intuitive Life, so go check that out. But today's topic is meant for trolls and negative people. So I have a reason that I showed you these figs, so stick along with me. I will share that here to come. But first I have a question for you. Where is your fruit? That's the question. Where's your fruit? So the reason that I'm sharing with you these showed you that fig fruit is because I want to share with you a little story. And this story is a story of Jesus and the fig tree. So this story was always very different to me. I didn't really understand it all the way. So stay with me here and let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I really like this story, and especially for this video. So Jesus was walking along the desert and he began to get very hungry, very hungry. And he looks and looks and looks, and suddenly he spots a fig tree. Now fig trees have these big green leaves. And when they have leaves, they almost always have figs on them as well. They'll have green figs right where the leaves are at the little base of it, or they'll have, big old juicy figs like the one that I showed you that are ripe and ready to eat. So when Jesus saw this fig tree, he knew that there would be food. So he went to this fig tree, and what did he find? He found that the fig tree had no fruit. It had not any fruit on it. So what do you think that Jesus did? So I'll pause here for a moment. What do you think that Jesus did? Out of the many things that Jesus can do, we've seen him do things like multiply bread, fish, all this stuff. What do you think he would do with this fig tree? Well, the reason I find this story so unusual is that he actually cursed the fig tree. He cursed it, and he cursed it because it was not bearing fruit. And so my message here today is about bearing fruit. And if you find yourself in a state today that's a very negative, low vibrational state where you're not bearing fruit, I'm going to help you to turn that around here for you. This isn't a video to make you feel bad, to do anything other than to bring more love back into the situation, to transmute it and bring unconditional love. Now, the reason that I'm creating this video was I woke up this morning to one of my favorite celebrity artists or whatever had posted something on their site. Now, this person has recently gone through a lot of losses in their life. People dying in their family, the closest people, things like that, just a lot of things. And where you would think that people would kind of be there for someone, no, this is a time where a lot of people come in to attack. So she decided to post something that kind of sparked my interest in making this video here today, but I'm only going to read this here because I feel like it's good into leading into our next portion of this video. Now, I won't share who she is, but I'll share her quote. It says, "Your happiness and smiles will really irk a wrecked and miserable soul. I've never seen anyone that's a hater ever make their dreams come true because they are too busy tearing down other people's dreams." So I felt that that comment spoke volumes. So if we just look at the very beginning, it says, "Your happiness and smiles really irk a wrecked, miserable soul." Now, when a person is in a low vibration, they're in negativity, they're not seeing possibilities, they're in resistance rather than persistence. Now, I have a new course called Unlocked, and we work in there on things again around resistance and persistence. We're either in one or the other. Okay? So when someone is in resistance to life, they're in a very miserable state. So when they see someone that's persisting in life, happy, expanding, bearing fruit, they actually resist that. And they go into that person's garden and tear it down. So the other part of it is where I kind of sparked my interest to make this video. It says, "I've never seen anyone that's a hater ever make their dreams come true because they're too busy tearing down other people's dreams." Now, I'm a counselor, so I've worked with a lot of people, and I can tell you that's definitely true. When someone's in this state of being, they have no way of creating. Their creativity is gone. You ask them what do they want to do, and they have no clue. They have nothing. It's like they're barren. So it takes a little bit of reorienting to your sacred heart. So in order to bear fruit, now this is where it's going to be the transmuting part of it. I'm helping you out to show you how to bear fruit. In order to bear fruit, we must transmute that. Now the reason that you are miserable or negative or whatever it happens to be, focused on resisting rather than persisting, is because you've chosen to align with those things that are not true about yourself. See, life is actually very simple. It just wants you to be you. It wants you to be more of you. So when you see people being more of themselves, being authentic, being unique, and expanding themselves, that's very threatening to a person that has chosen the opposite, that has chosen to live through masks, through hiding, through not being themselves, through not aligning with the heart. And so it's a very defensive kind of mechanism that naturally happens to go tear down other people's gardens. So the reason that people that are in this state don't make their own dreams come true is because all of their energy is being expended on other people's gardens. You see, we all have our own gardens. We've all heard people say, oh, you just think you're the center of the universe, don't you? Well, believe it or not, you are. You're the center of your own universe, and that is truth. Is it not? Is it not? I mean, really, examine your life. You're the center of your own universe. And so when you're the center of your own universe, if you've decided to leave that so that you can go tear down someone else's garden, your universe is just falling apart there. No one's there to tend to it. So it's falling apart. So this celebrity and many others that are now speaking out against this, we'll talk about this. They'll put these people on blast. They'll literally like take a picture of the comment and even the person and put it on blast, because most of the times these people are not bearing fruit. They're literally just spewing negativity across the board. Like they're literally go across different people's platforms and things and just spew negativity. That's all they do. So in putting them out there, this is a way to kind of transmute it, to show it, to let that person reflect and really transmute that back into love. So in order to do that, we have to align with our own sacred heart. We have to align with unconditional love. And sometimes that's very hard, because when a person is at that lowest level where you're able to post a comment that's so negative, that's a very low state. I couldn't even imagine posting something like that. That even hurts my heart to think that people would do that. So when you're at that state to be able to take those actions to do that, your heart is very calloused. It's hardened. So again, these are the people that I talk to, that I ask them, like, what would make you happy? Or, what is there anything that you've ever wanted to do? And they have nothing. They are blank. It's an empty slate there. They have no clue, anything, because they have lost themselves so much. Now, don't get scared about anything that I'm saying here, because even if you lose yourself, it's all a circle. We're all here in this circle. And even if you, let's say, here is the spot where you find unconditional love. Well, let's say you're at the very end where you hate unconditional love. You're right next to it. You're like right there, ready to transition to it. So you're never as far away as you think you are from something. So how to transmute a calloused heart? How to do that? Well, the simplest and easiest way that I can share with you is to go walking. So I made a video maybe 3 videos back, and I'll try to link it in the comments so you can go watch it. And it talks about how when nothing made sense in my life, I was led to walk. Now, when you walk, something very unusual begins to happen. Your body gets into movement. You also experience nature, which I really encourage you to do this in nature. Nature has a frequency that's already unconditional love. So you begin to see the birds, hear the noises. It engages a lot of your senses, and it brings you into this moment. So it drops you into this moment. And you see the heart, it's only abiding in the moment. So now you've connected to at least the location of where your heart is. And that energy will just flourish. It'll just start to flourish more and more. So I would just encourage you just to go for walks, and just see what unfolds from that. That's it. So the next time that you get an urge to post a negative comment or to say something negative to someone or pick up the phone and start an argument with something or someone, put it down, put that phone down, put your fingers down, and go for a walk. Even if it's just a walk down to your mailbox, go take a walk. You'll see that this is going to make a difference, and you're going to connect with your true divine self. And your true divine self is who you truly are. It's your authentic self. So you'll get to be more of yourself, and you'll get to relax more, and you'll feel okay with others being themselves, and you won't feel threatened by that. So I hope that this message was helpful for you today. I hope that you'll choose to tend to your own garden. This is a very confusing world, mind, everything. So don't be so hard on yourself, even if you've done these things, even if you've posted these comments, even if you've been negative. Don't be hard on yourself for this. Like I said, it's just a circle, and we're just playing a game. And at any point, you can choose something different. So I hope that you'll choose to tend to your own garden today and make and bear some very juicy, juicy fruit. I love you all.